With Animal Crossing New Horizons having been out now for over 4 years, can you believe that, guys? I'm sure you've noticed a lot of things in the game, but these are some things that I overlooked for quite a while. So the first thing here is in your Nook shop, you actually have different items in which you can purchase more of, and some you can only purchase once per visit. So these items on this little counter here before you head on to that second story, you can get as many of these as you want, and I really love these cube lights. I think that if you customize them, they look really cool. But you can get as many of these items on this little counter as you want, so definitely take advantage of that. And the items up here you can only buy once until you come across them again in the future, but these are a one-time only purchase, and these golf clubs were so expensive. I did not want to use those for an example, but again, you've probably noticed that you do get that sold sign once you purchase something up here, so you can only get one of those. So if you see something you like, definitely go ahead and grab it, because I don't really know when it comes back. But also this item down here is very similar to those counter items. You can buy multiple of those items to your liking. So this is just something I wanted to point out. I didn't realize that you could buy so many of those items on the counter there. It is not just a one purchase only. And then if you also give a lost item to Timmy and Tommy, they will not pay you for it, but they will take it if you don't have any trash bins on your island. So another thing that I noticed over time, that you can get rid of it. So the next one here, this is a very little detail, but I think it's really cute and worth knowing if you're a huge fan of the game like I am. We're going to go on a little bit of a bird watch, but during the day, you get this little yellow bird on the bulletin board outside of your residence center, and then at night you get an owl, which you'll see. But I just like noticing things like that because it adds a cute little feature to the game. And then speaking of that bulletin board, yes, when you run near it, the bird does fly away. It's not there all the time. I believe once it flies away, you don't see it for a little bit. But utilize your bulletin board. As you can see, I don't. I'm really guilty of it. It's very similar to your mailbox. You will get little, notifications, just things that are going on. You can keep them, you can erase them. But they definitely are cool. They will tell you upcoming events, so definitely utilize your bulletin board. So now we are going to do a little bird watching at night, and just like I said, we get the little owl here who I love so much. I think the owl is by far my absolute favorite. Very cute. I love it. So just some observations that I've seen the bird, but I never really thought too far into it because it's just a little detail. It doesn't really do anything, but definitely worth knowing if you are a huge Animal Crossing fan. So next up, let's talk about airports. So if you didn't know, there's actually different color airports. I discovered this because I do so many tours on my live streams. Guys, check out my live streams. I play this game all the time and we have so much fun. But you can have different color airports. I had yellow. I think the blue is my favorite. The green I don't love too much, but definitely worth noting that there are different colors, and unfortunately you are stuck with the color that you were given. Now, this next one here, there is a myth, and I'm about to break this myth for you guys. If you want a resident to leave, you just do not like your character, and you're trying everything, you're talking to Isabel, you're putting in complaints, you can send a letter. And I see in a lot of forums, people think that if you send a mean letter to a villager, they will leave. And guys, I tried it, so you don't have to. You can watch the entire thing. I picked the yuckiest looking postcard, in my opinion, and I just put, please move away. Obviously, I did not attach a gift because I want them to leave, but I'm going to show you what happens when you send a mean letter to a villager. It is not what you would expect to happen, and I wish that this did do something, but unfortunately, the game isn't that involved in this sense, I guess. So I went back to my mailbox the following day, and thanks for your sweet message. I love hearing from you. I've been sitting here trying to come up with the perfect reply, but I'm sending this one and said, hope you have a great day, Mabel. So she was not affected at all, guys. This does not work, so do not waste your time doing this. So another thing that you probably didn't notice, because I have looked over this so many times, I don't really go into this part of my museum that often, but if you go to the fossil part and you stand in that little circle, you can actually capture a really beautiful picture. So whether you're, you just like keeping pictures of this game, you use them as backgrounds, maybe you're another content creator and you need a cool image, if you stand on that circle, it automatically puts you in this crazy view where you can see all of those dinosaurs and things like that. And also there's some other good spots worth noting in your museum where you can get some really cool photos. Again, I don't go in here that much, but I did discover when I got on that little blue circle, the whole view of the game changed. And then when you go into your butterfly exhibit, which I think is absolutely stunning, I love this part, one of my favorite parts of the museum, you can get another really crazy wide shot there. I just love it. I took a couple of pictures. I plan to use these. I just think it's beautiful. So definitely worth noting if you like taking pictures. So our next pointer here is going to be resident hunting. If you're like me, you love a good resident hunt and you look so closely at your characters to see if they have that little thought bubble that they want to move away and you just want them out. You just want them off of your island. Well, I'm going to tell you a few things that are going to help your chance of having a resident hunt. And if you notice, there's a lot of activity that goes on your island. Villagers are less likely to leave when there is something fun happening on your island. However, when KK visits you every single Saturday on your island, you will never get a resident hunt. You will never have a villager asked to leave on this day. This is huge if you love resident hunting. This has saved me so many times. I make sure if I'm time traveling to random dates trying to get a resident hunt that I never land on a Saturday. So utilize your real life calendar. Make sure you don't travel on Saturdays because your villagers are having so much fun with Mr. KK that they don't want to leave. So that is going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, drop a comment and let me know if you looked over some of these things just like I did, or if you knew about them all. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video.